The next run that I'm about to show you guys, it's another crazy and spicy one. So please welcome Resident Evil 4 No Hit No Damage by Ares.
Yo, what's up everyone? Hey, I'm Ares and I'm gonna show you, or try to show you, Resident Evil 4 No Damage on professional difficulty. But before we start, I want to present you my commentators, Spiral Out and Shiny Pockets.
What's up, guys?
Shiny? Oh, Shiny. Hello.
It's like I'll be commentating solely.
Shiny looks like he dipped out.
I was just
There we go.
building suspense. There it goes.
Yeah.
I really had you guys going. Yeah, no, I wasn't having mic problems. Yeah, no, hi, I'm Shiny Pockets.
Nice. Okay. So the timer will start after I pick up the, or after I choose the difficulty. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Resident Evil 4.
So I'm just gonna use the special one because it's the first option that they have. So a little about the lore in Resident Evil 4. It's about Leon working for the president and he's trying to know where her daughter was abducted. And he's on a very specific part of Europe, that it's Spain, because they speak Spanish. So like the most common thing that you will see me doing almost all the time will be the quick turns. And the quick turns works when you turn the camera to a side and you aim. Leon will turn to that specific part. And it's very, very helpful for all.
Interesting. Is that just for humane reasons?
Yeah. Yeah, like on the speedruns you will never save the dog, of course, but I just like to save him. But yeah, like the quick turn will be like the thing that I will use the most in this game. So we're just gonna lure this guy and pass around the other one. If you don't do it fast enough, the second one can hit you very easily. Like a backup strat will be shoot the second guy in order to avoid his attack. So sometimes the games crash here, but it didn't crash. Nice. Alright, so the strat here, it's about shooting the guy in the middle 7 times. He will always die of 7 bullets. And sometimes the lady has some kind of weird movement and goes directly to you, so you need to be careful about that. Lure the second one and go around the third one. Now the grenade, maybe I will miss it. I didn't, nice. So once you throw the grenade correctly, it will spawn more enemies on the cutscene. You go pick up the shotgun, pick up the grenade, you go out, make some quick turns, you throw the grenade, and you jump over and you have iframe so the grenade won't inflict damage. And that's the first section of the village.
Well,
so maybe you can
really
explain a
clean.
little about that, Spiral, please?
I'm sorry?
Can you explain a little about how that works and why it was so fast?
Right, so there's a set number of enemies you have to kill to spawn that, and you just kill a huge number of enemies with those grenades. That strat's come a long way from when I used to play, like 12 years ago or so. We used to shoot the 2 guys, and then I think we would wait for a wave to spawn and we would grenade them, and then we'd run into the shack and throw a grenade out the window. But this one is way faster and a lot more consistent.
Yeah, so like it's... oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
That grenade out the window is surprisingly annoying. I still miss that all the time.
Yeah, it's very annoying because sometimes like you don't move correctly after the cutscene and you miss the grenades. But yeah, so I wanted to shout out Spiral Out because I'm gonna use a lot of his strats. He's like the most veteran Resident Evil 4 player, and he creates a lot of the strats that are being used even today in a speedrun.
Yeah,
so
if you see any hits, that's my fault for the bad strats.
So at 6 FPS and on the vanilla version of this game, which is the one I'm playing, I'm not playing the HD project. the quick time events are a little harder. It's like for some reason at 60 PS you have to mash the button so much, and even more on the Salazar statue part. So if this guy throws his dynamite before you watch him, you need to go to his side instead of just go to the side of the tree. Otherwise the dynamite can stagger you and maybe he will inflict you damage.
Always annoying. Speaking of annoyingly random, it's time for 1-2.
So that was chapter 1-1.
GG.
So this part is very, very complex if you don't know how it works, and you will get hit almost all the time. It's very important that you enter making a curve and not making a quick turn, and you can start making quick turns here. You want to lure this enemy, and you want to go directly to the door because the guy on the right sometimes will charge to you and will attack you when you are about to open the door. I won't grab the flashbang because it's a little more complex, and there's like the old guy trying to throw an axe when you are about to pick up
Is
the
always
first.
scary right here. Alright.
This was a good RNG.
Very nice. Yeah, that's lucky.
Yeah, because sometimes there can be two, and there can even be more because the guys can be outside of the shack.
Yeah, that one corner is probably the scariest part of this room, but
Yeah.
depending on what the layout is by the time you get there.
Oh, it's a really good thing this is the second part.
Right, yeah, it's lucky that it's early.
So I'm just gonna reload for precaution. It's not necessary to reload, of course, but maybe I will miss a shot. Like, there will be a lot of places in this game that are very, very chaotic and people think are RNG, and it's not like that. It's more about knowing what to do and know the AI of the enemies and how they behave depending the things that you do. So I'm just gonna shoot with the shotgun to this guy. I'm just gonna equip the handgun, destroy the window with the knife. That's very important. Don't jump over directly. And shoot to the dynamite. This is most safe. You can like literally go and jump over when they throw the dynamite and then have iframes when you open the door for the last one. And we're gonna give a kiss to this beautiful guy. And also to the other one. This one will always point at you, by the way. It's not RNG.
An astonishing amount of this run, it hinges on whether or not a certain Gondos decides to point or just hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think the most dangerous villagers are the ones that throws you axes. Most are the ones that just only try to grab you or something like that. But that was chapter 1-2.
Yeah, a lot of the melee guys are pretty subdued, or at least predictable, because in professional mode, their AI will like actively look. They'll look to make reads on you. Like if you're running forward and trying to pass like a chainsaw guy, they'll prime it before you would get to them. So
I can't
Yeah,
tell you how
like-
many times I've tried to grab that stupid grenade and turned around without grabbing it.
yeah,
so
it's like
weird.
the input, so goddamn bad design there. So
That's
here it's a
legit.
little RNG. I have the good one, thankfully. I'm just gonna shoot these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that part is
There's
very RNG. I used to try to run through the handgun, but that's way safer.
Yeah, because there's an strat to just pass around all of them, and it will depend how you have to move, depending the first guy that was hanging the left side, because sometimes he goes to the middle of the path. So I just like figured out that it's safer than to use the shotgun and disable all of them. But even so, it's sometimes annoying because the enemies in this game, when you stagger them, they have iframes, so you cannot stagger them again immediately. And someone invited me to play DVD.
We are shaking.
So the main reason we pick up 3 treasures because we were gonna encounter the merchant for the second time here. The first time was on chapter 1-2. And we're gonna sell almost everything. And we're gonna buy
Yeah, so
every
why?
launcher.
That was actually pretty quick merchant there.
yeah, I was about to say that was really fast menuing.
So when the grenade is falling down, you have like a perfect time to reload your weapon. That's a speedrun trick. Sorry, it's a speedrun trick. So I'm not gonna pick up the hand grenade that is on the tree right here. I'm just gonna leave these guys. On American, it's like mandatory to pick up that incendiary grenade. And this is one of the main reasons why professional is the most popular category in speedrun. It's because that you saw that old guy, the Bill. He's called Bill because of Left 4 Dead. He's very similar to Bill on Left 4 Dead. He on normal doesn't jump. He waits for you. And because
And
professional
normal
have...
is
Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
very, very random. Like
Yeah.
having to deal with the difficulty adjustment and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And professional difficulty is capped at the max DA, so the enemies will always behave the same, like on the maximum aggressiveness.
You would think it's worse, but it's actually nice just for the consistency to have it just be the hardest thing every time.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So right here there's a hand grenade around the corner. And there's a cool trick here that you just aim. Oh, I miss. Like you just aim and shoot, and you will always hit the wire of the explosives. You don't have to wait and aim correctly. Just aim and shoot. But right now it becomes like the most inconsistent part of the game, and it's the Lago. And hopefully he will behave. We will see.
Speedrunner's nightmare.
Yeah, this part's very annoying. Alright, so for the first phase of this mini boss, I'm gonna use the speedrun strat, and after that I'm gonna use the safest way to deal with him. Because like the second phase and all the next parts are way harder to perform the speedrun strat. So we're gonna throw one, we're gonna rotate to the right side, I'm gonna throw two more spears. He was gonna dive, he like most of the time will come through from the left. So this is a good RNG. And now we have to avoid the logs that are in the water, because if your boat hit those logs, it will inflict you damage.
Oh! That's probably consistent, but that is scary.
Yeah. So this is called the early dive, because he dived completely very early in the fight. And now he will come through the water and you are able to throw him 3 spears freely. The first one when he shows his mouth, and the second and third one after that. It's possible to throw him 4, but it's very complex. And
Man, I
here you
gotta
need to
learn
wait.
keyboard mouse. This is...
Alright,
You
so
can aim
this
so
is kinda
fast with this.
scary. And after that, it's about repeating and know where the Lago is gonna make and where it's going. Like the worst thing can happen here is that he will go around the logs again. And that can be very, very dangerous, because sometimes it will move your boat on very strange
he'll
ways.
suddenly turn to the side. And
Times. Okay, nice. So on professional, I think it's always 11 or even 12 sometimes, I think. 11 spears. But yeah, that was the lag was very good. He behaved. And that was chapter
Alright, well
3.
done.
1-3. Thank you. Alright, so in this game, for some reason, chapter 1 and chapter 2 are divided from chapter 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and chapter 2-1, 2-2, and 2-3. But chapter 3 and chapter 4 have until the 4. Like from 3-1 to 3-4, and 4-1 and 4-4. The village section of the game, it's only chapter 1 and chapter 2. The castle is chapter 3 and chapter 4. And the island is chapter 5.
Which is a good thing, because the castle has some of the craziest segments in the whole game.
Yeah, I think the castle is the hardest part of this game.
Can I mention a couple of donations?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, we got a $10 donation by Micro. Micro, thank you so much for the $10. And we also have a $15 by Senex357. No comment both. Guys, if you leave comments, I'll read them. 100%, I'll read them if you put a comment in it. But thank you so much for those donations. I much appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for the donation, guys. So right there, I shoot to that specific treasure. It's not necessary, but it's mainly because I'm gonna upgrade the shotgun for the cabin to make it more consistent. So I'm gonna need some extra money.
Oh, you upgrade the shotgun. That is interesting. That's probably a really good idea.
Yeah. So you skip the cutscene and just run. The first one will never be a threat, and you have to bait the attacks from these two guys. The other ones don't care about them. Like, the most dangerous ones are those two on the left. Alright, so we're gonna arrive to the first boss encounter of the game, which is El Gigante. So, all the enemies in this game has Spanish names. And of course you can translate them, but like the original name of the enemies are in Spanish. Like, for example, El Gigante will be the giant.
That name is actually not even in the game. It's in the official guide that we know it's
named
El Gigante. Yeah.
Oh.
Same with U3. It's just known as it in game.
Oh, you know that. So I'm just gonna do this a little safer. Like, the fastest way is just enter into the cutscene, and when the cutscene triggers, you don't have to move at all and just aim and shoot. But sometimes if you
very
move
possible
a little,
to hit yourself.
Yeah, because if you move a little after the when the cutscene triggers, you will shoot and it will inflict you damage. Now we will be introduced another type of enemies that are wolves, colmillos to be exact.
This has my single favorite trick in the entire game. What Ares just did is, if you look up, for whatever reason, they can't interface with Leon. So you can basically just make a mockery of like this part and a later part that is meant to be terrorizing because of dogs.
Yeah, they can hit you with the Plaga attack, but they can't jump at you. And really, they only do the Plaga attack if you're only going to get hit by that if you're standing around. So making it otherwise, that would be disgusting if they didn't act like that. But thank goodness they do.
Oh no. Yeah. So there will be a lot of things in this game that works with your camera. For example, with the bow gun guys, if you look to the floor, they will tend to miss more the shots than if you are looking with your camera in front of Leon.
No, for some reason, also very helpful.
Wait.
Yeah, so for some reason the game works like that with the camera. It works a lot with the camera. So we rescue Ashley, but not for so many time. And that was chapter 1, and now we start chapter 2. You're just gonna shoot this. Oh, I didn't reload my handgun. So you are watching me equipping a grenade, doesn't matter which kind of grenade, all the time, and that's mainly because at 60 FPS, only at 60 FPS in this game, when you are with a grenade or without any weapons or with a neck, Leon's runs faster, but only at 60 FPS.
No, that's in 30 FPS as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They've been doing that since the GameCube days. Speedrunners.
Oh, I didn't know that, because I've heard that when you play on console, it doesn't matter if you are with a hand grenade or with a handgun.
Nope, definitely does.
Alright, so this part is very scary. I'm just gonna avoid all the enemies. We're gonna avoid the flamethrower lady. We're gonna equip the handgun, shoot this guy in the leg. We're gonna equip another handgun grenade, and we're just gonna avoid all the other enemies. But this place is
awful.
It's like the more dangerous one, and it's very precise.
It's dangerous because Ashley is an idiot. All right,
Nice.
good. That ball of weight right there manipulates that guy by the ladder's AI, and he'll basically either run into the ladder or sidestep every time there. It's a
Yeah,
really
because
interesting trick. I have no idea why it works, but that's one of many tricks like that in this game.
yeah, like there will be plenty of places where you force the AI of the enemies with Ashley to do certain things into your advantage.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
sell the
there's-
handgun, it's no longer necessary. I'm gonna
What
buy
are
the
you
TMP,
buying?
and I'm gonna upgrade the
What are you
shotgun.
buying? Is that all, stranger? Come
And that will make the cabin more consistent and safer. Yeah, go ahead, sorry, Spirit.
Heavily upgraded.
Right, so the cabin gonna pick up the red herb, the shot and shells. We're gonna lure Luis to the center of the cabin. We're gonna go upstairs and pick up the hand grenade, and then we're gonna open all the windows. I'm gonna make all the enemy center.
use this.
We're gonna go here, and we're gonna equip the shotgun and wait for the enemies. When there's a big amount of enemies, it's better to just throw a hand grenade. And also another cool trick about, or another interesting thing about this section is that when the enemies grab Luis, all the other enemies won't attack you or won't grab you. So the main goal is to kill 45 enemies, right, Spiral, if I remember correctly.
I believe it's 40. It's 40 or 45?
Yeah, it's
been a while.
yeah, I think it's 45.
It's a lot of enemies though.
This fucking plague is not letting Luis move. He's gonna throw a hand grenade and hopefully he can move. Because if he doesn't move, the enemies, like the second phase of the cabin, the enemies will start coming through the windows upstairs. And Luis needs to go there. So we need Luis to move.
I was a little scared for a second. I was worried you're gonna blow the plot into you. I've done that before.
Another very annoying part of this part is that when an enemy is in the middle auto attack and it spawns a plaga, the auto attack won't be cancelled and he will attack you, even if you destroy his head.
Oh, that's the worst. You really have to not hit him in the head.
Yeah, that's like the single most dangerous thing about this segment is that ability.
Jesus Christ, this fucking plaga. Okay.
There we go, the worst. Oh.
So we're just gonna throw a flashbang because that plague is in our face.
When the Plaga spawns while he's running, that is the scariest thing in the world. To have a Plaga running around like that.
So Luis is upstairs, so we should be fine. I'm just gonna throw a hand grenade. And hopefully that will be the enough amount of enemies. But if it's not, because I don't have any shot and shells in the floor, they only give me handgun bullets, I'm gonna throw a flame round. Or sorry, an incendiary grenade. Oh, I miss. Nice.
Oh, whew. All right. I didn't. Definitely the
Nice
biggest roadblock in this run early on.
So like it will be like very good to not use a flashbang here, because the flashbang will be very, very helpful for the castle. But unfortunately I have a bad RNG with the plague and I was forced to use that.
Follow me.
Alright, so in this section you have two ways to pass through this part. The right way is like the fastest one. The left one is
Scary as hell.
and it's longest. Like it will take you more time. So what we're going to do is we're gonna destroy all the chains from this door. We're gonna equip a grenade. We're gonna trigger the cutscene. Quick turn. And we're gonna force the El Gigante AI to do something very specific. So when we are entering into the shack, we're gonna make Ashley wait, and that will force El Gigante to try to attack her.
Follow me.
And it will make him lose a lot of time. Because if you don't do that, El Gigante will immediately destroy the door without attacking. Shit. And then we have enough space, enough time. Oh yeah, but by the way, that was chapter 2-2. This is chapter 2-3. Right, so the cable cards. It's only about sniping all the enemies with the TMP or the handgun if you're using the handgun. Like for a normal run, like a professional, and that you can use the merchant, it's better to have the TMP instead of the handgun. And that's mainly because the TMP reacts faster than the handgun when you like equip it immediately. So it will give you more consistency to stagger enemies or to disable them, like on a very sketchy parts. All the handguns takes a little more time to aim and shoot.
The only annoying bit about the TMP is in the castle, especially when you're trying to like headshot the zealots, you have to aim up like what feels like all day
Yeah.
because you're aiming from the hip.
Okay, so those were all the ganados. We will now encounter the chief of the village, Chief Mendes. So, but before of that, I'm gonna enter to this part, and you will see a cool trick with Ashley. She will open the door for us, and we'll leave it open. I'm gonna pick up the flashbang, and when she opens the door and you make her wait,
Follow me.
she leaves the door open. And that flashbang, it's only for precaution in the castle section. Right, so thankfully for this boss fight, Ashley won't be here, so we don't have to take care about her. There's a quick time event, and after the quick time event, the boss fight starts. We're gonna aim a little to the left, and we're gonna go here and pick up the fourth incendiary grenade. I got stuck in the corner a little. And after the second one, he will transition to phase 2. And we're gonna stand up right in this corner and wait for him. You need to be patient and wait for him to drop, because if you don't wait for him to drop, or if you like throw immediately the incendiary grenade, he can glitch and will start like he will start flying. It's very fun to watch, but it's not so fun because he won't get damaged by the barrel, and it will take you an extra incendiary. Alright, so the main reason I'm picking up all the herbs, the yellow herbs, the red herbs, and the green herbs, it's because when you combine the 3 kind of herbs in this game, you can sell it to 10,000 pesetas to the merchant. And that's a very good amount of money. More for buying rocket launchers, and we will make like the most expensive buy right now in the game, like at the beginning of the castle. Oh, I don't have space. I messed up. But yeah, that was almost the village. There's one more section that can be a problem if you don't shoot correctly, but with the TMP shouldn't be a problem because you have a lot of bullets. And you have rapid fire. With the handgun, it's like a little more complex.
I wanna mention that seeing your inventory reminded me when I used to do this run. I used to joke about how Spiral would just mauled over my inventory because it's always like not organized.
Ah. Yeah, it's a mess, to be honest. And it will be more later in the game.
Yeah, just wait until he has the XL cache. It's gonna be awful Tetris all over the place.
So for some reason, this truck has money when you destroy it, but it takes some time to spawn. And it's a very good amount of money, so it's worth waiting for it.
It's one of, I think, 3 enemies in the game you can actually kill with an egg. Him
the
and
ones
the
on
2 drill zealots. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
yeah.
If you hit them in the head, their head explodes. It's amazing.
Wait.
Yeah, right. Right, so we're gonna make the big buy.
Got some red. What are you selling?
I'd like to personally request that when the other 2 appear, you point it out just so I know for my off time, because I didn't know that.
What are you buying?
So I'm just gonna buy the L attached case. It's not necessary, but buying this will allow us to not buy anymore. And the right gun also is not necessary, but I like that this kind of shotgun. So I need more money.
Come
I
back
didn't,
anytime.
but there's money here. I didn't
Lots of
calculate my
treasure around
money.
here. Yeah. Just don't get hit by the
So-
safe.
I need more. But yeah, so the riot gun is not necessary to buy. You can be with the other shotgun, of course. It's only because I like that shotgun. There's not a specific
What are
reason
you buying? What are you buying?
in terms of gameplay. So right now we need to order a little our inventory. Okay.
Follow me.
Now the rifle will be our best friend in this game. Like you have no idea how the rifle is missed in an American run.
Oh man. So many spots it makes life way easier.
Yeah, it turns the Novistador segments from pretty scary to very scary.
Right, so it's very important that you skip the cutscene and just move once and not start wiggling like to the left or to the right. Because if you do that, one catapult will hit Ashley. It's very important that you just run forward. Wait for one catapult out attack. If it staggers you, you need to wait for another one. I think it's because I'm a little forward. Yeah, okay, now we're good. And there's a cool trick here. Then
Oh, yeah, we're still good.
Wait.
you leave Ashley there, and because we already killed the catapult on the right side at the beginning of this section, there's a zealot that will grab Ashley instead of coming for us. And when you destroy the door, all the enemies will despawn, even the enemy that grab Ashley.
Wait.
Like, it looks very, very scary, and maybe you think it's very inconsistent, but it's very consistent. Right, so gonna skip the cutscene, gonna make her wait, gonna pick up the golden sword. Sometimes there's a very naughty guy here, but no, he wasn't there, so good RNG. I'm gonna leap and re-enter. And the main reason we do this is because if you do it on the other, like on the casual playthrough, like you go with Ashley to the second floor, and if you take so much time in the second floor, wait, let me check if I, yeah. If you take like 2 more seconds that I take in the second floor, a red zealot and 2 black zealots will spawn downstairs, and they will be a problem. Can you explain this spiral, please?
Wait.
So here, so what you want to do there is you want to open the door and you want to wait. You don't want to tell Ashley to wait until you see the guy running. And then that will make sure that no one goes after Ashley during this section. If you tell her to wait too soon, they'll go right for her, and she's probably gonna get taken out of the door, and that'll be game over. All right, well done.
Yeah, that was clean. Yeah, it's very important that you make her wait like at the end of the door, so she will leave the door open, and also the zealot will start running, and you will force the zealot to start running, and that will make that the other zealot that was on my way out when after I explode the barrel will be with me instead of with Ashley.
That part is not fun without that trick at all.
Wait.
Right, so you need to make her wait here, and maybe like the position is very specific for Ashley here, so maybe the enemies will grab her and I will get hit because of that. Well, she will get hit and maybe she will die. But we'll see.
I think you get there.
Now we're gonna be introduced to another enemy, very particular enemy, the Garrador. I'm gonna use the... Oh no, I don't have the other shotgun. I don't know if I can use that strat. Let me think first. I think it's 1, 2. Well, I'm just gonna try because I can't remember the strat for like the normal run. I only remember the no-mercant strat. Yeah, I think it was something like this.
All right, well done.
Yeah, so maybe
the timing on that is pretty specific because he'll turn around to where you can't shoot him if you don't time it correctly.
Yeah.
Follow me. Wait.
Okay, it's cool.
All right.
Nice. Very cool. So, water hill, like the worst part of the castle. Gonna try to do it very, very fast, so we will avoid some nasty things. So we need to go backwards a little, otherwise the Bogan guys will attack us immediately. And it's very important that you only kill 4 enemies, because if you kill 5 or 6, more enemies will spawn. And one will be a shield guy. Oh, this guy didn't. Then.
Wait, follow me.
Right, so I'm just gonna make something very safe here. I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna throw a flashbang.
Wait.
Gonna equip the shotgun just in case, because there will be a shield guy on the left. He's far away, so if this guy is point at you, you can like just run immediately. You don't have to shoot him. But this guy will be a problem, so I'm just gonna shoot him with the legs. And that's the first section of the water hill.
That went pretty smoothly.
So we set the room, and all the enemies will be here. Well, like not all, but like the most of them. We're just gonna aggro them with the weight and follow me. We're gonna throw a flashbang, and we're gonna run directly to the crank and make her actually use the crank. That's very, very important. And we're gonna position ourselves here. And that will give us enough time for Ashley to end up moving the crank. And after the cutscene, we're gonna throw another flashbang to blind almost all the enemies, but one enemy won't be flash, unless we are lucky enough. But we'll see. I'm gonna wait for the one on the right. I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna equip the TMP just in case these guys. Yeah. Oh, I shoot Ashley.
Oh! Oh no! Oh
So
no!
yeah, that's my hit because Ashley was getting hit. Yeah, that guy that was coming to me is like the most dangerous one. So we're just gonna repeat the same. Thankfully, this game is not permadeath, so if you die, you can like just retry.
And let it not be understated, this is one of the most like scary rooms in the entire run.
Easily.
Not even just for this nature of run, for casual play as well, like all of it. Every version of Resident Evil 4 does not enjoy this room.
So we're good now. So I shoot too early, so that's why I actually got hit. Because usually when you aim at her, she crouch and she give you a normal sight to fire. So I'm just gonna equip the flashbang right here, because I think there's a lot of enemies that will cut my way to a specific room that I need to go.
Watch out for me.
So we're gonna see where are they. No, I think we're cool, yeah. We don't need to throw the flashbang. So we're gonna stand up right here, we're gonna reload our shotgun and wait for them to knock the door. They will always knock 3 times and then they will open the door. They won't knock the door if you are so far away from the door. So that rule only works when they are very close to, when you are very close to the door, sorry. We're gonna snipe this guy. And we're gonna go back to the same place. And repeat the same. And after the first cutscene where Ashley ends up moving the first crank, we need to shoot one more time, or maybe not. It depends how much time they spent knocking the door and open it. Because there's one guy that we need to kill or disable him on the left side of the bridge. I think we're good with the timing. No. Okay.
Man, I gotta learn keyboard mouse. It was so easy to aim.
So you need to be very close to the door, so the door will stay open and you can throw a hand grenade. And you will almost kill everyone, except the red zealot, because he has a plaga. No, they both still alive. Oh no, it's only one.
Yeah, this guy's got a lot of HP.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're cool. So I'm just gonna shoot to these 2 barrels because it has a very... And I think the plaga guy, I don't know where is the plaga guy. I didn't see him.
He's far enough away that it's not an
Okay.
issue.
But yeah, that's water hell. It's called water hole, but everyone calls it water hell because, you know.
That's a really good start. Minus Ashley getting shot.
Yeah, I murdered Ashley by mistake, unfortunately.
That was just evidence to the audience that Ares is not using cheats. He's definitely getting to all these rooms without being hit. It's real.
Welcome. Got some
Right, so
rare
we're going...
what
I think
you
I don't have anything to sell, and I have one of these, and I'm gonna
What
grab
you
the
buying?
capacity of the
Thank you.
both the shotgun and the rifle, and that will give us free ammunition. The most important is to upgrade the capacity of the rifle than of the shotgun, because the rifle ammunition is very low, and you can be out of ammunition very easily.
Lucky rifle and no drop.
Yeah, I have a drop, a rifle. Speaking of rifle ammo, I have a random drop of rifle ammo there. So Novistador is another kind of BOW introduced in the game. If you shoot them directly in the head with the rifle, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the rifle is upgraded or not. You will always one-shot them. And there are specific places where you can stand up and they will never aggro to you. Like for example, this place. And when you hear that the music stops, that means all the Novistadores in this specific part die. So you are good to go. But
So
we need
this
to
is-
kill 3 more.
This is definitely your favorite place in New Merchant, right?
Yeah, this is hell in no merchant. Okay, cool. So this guy, it's very hard to shoot him in the face. So most of the time he'll take you 3 or 4 rifle bullets. And this is the last one that we need to kill here. Just gonna wait for the drop. Maybe he will give me a... Like the best thing they can give you here is a blue eye. Because I'm gonna pick up the candles. And the candles are combined with the eyes of the Novistadores. 3 kinds of eyes, red, green, and blue. And of course that costs a lot of money when you sell it. Fully combined. Very important you make correct quick turns here, otherwise the Novistador behind you will immediately attack you. And these ones that came through the jails shouldn't be a problem if you continue running forward. But yeah, that was Novistadores. So this is another good example of the hand grenades. You can literally run and not stop, and you will avoid all the... how those things are called?
Pendulum? Guillotine?
Yeah,
I think it's guillotine. So we're gonna throw this hand grenade to avoid the cutscene here. And we're gonna fall down. And we're gonna kill this red zealot because he will give us a very good amount of money. So when he's with the plaga, we're gonna equip the rifle. And we're gonna one-shot them. So the rifle will always one-shot the plagas if you shoot them directly to the face or to the plaga. That's why the rifle is like the best weapon you can have in this game. Because it does a lot of things for you. So I pick up all the goodies and I'm gonna upgrade the rifle again to have free ammunition.
Got some red. What are you
Oh, but before I'm
what
gonna
are you
sell.
buying?
I know, what am I
are you
doing?
selling?
Similar to previous installments of Resident Evil, where if you get like an upgrade or like an attachment or something that's oriented to give your weapon more ammunition, you can use that similarly with the merchant, where if you pay for an upgrade for ammo, he fills the magazine. So essentially, you're just buying free ammo from him.
So I have a flame round. Oh yeah, I can make the red zealot skip, or at least I can try to do it. Which, by the way, it's another spiral strat that he invented on the GameCube.
forever again.
And it was like when the 60 FPS came out, the speedrunners think that it wasn't possible to perform this strat consistently, but there's a way to do it consistently.
It wasn't until relatively recently.
Oh, really?
I mean, well, it's like a year ago, I guess, recently, but like, speedrunners were not doing this at all. They just thought it was either too inconsistent or impossible. But yeah, there's a nice way to aim to line yourself up.
No, I didn't have to.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, so if you don't have the red zealot skip, it's of course okay. It's not the end of the world. But you will have to kill more enemies because there will be 2 black zealots that will come through the door right now. But I think they are they are. Because if you get the red zealot skip, you can like immediately kill the red zealot right here and completely forget about these guys. Wait, where is the other one? Oh,
He's
taking his time. I'm just gonna play with this guy. I'm gonna suplex. Hopefully get a... No.
Ares demonstrating Leon's undisputed best move in this video game.
Alright, so this is kind of tricky because if you miss a shot, he will start running immediately. And in order to cancel the recoil of the rifle, you have to release the aim and shoot again. Because if you don't cancel the recoil of the rifle without upgrades has like, I think 1.5 seconds of recoil, or even 2. And that time will give the red zealot enough time to start running away from you. Right, another puzzle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple.
Very good.
Okay, so this section, it's very, very scary. I have one flashbang. I think I'm gonna go for, yeah, I'm gonna go for this strat. There are plenty of strats you can use here. I'm gonna shoot this guy to disable him.
I would go so far as to say this might be the scariest room in the game, if not just the castle.
A lot of randomness here.
So, like, the worst thing can happen to you here is that the bowgun guys will spawn. And that will depend how many enemies are killed. So I'm gonna wait for the same rule here. 3 knocks, and I'm gonna throw the flashbang. So I'm gonna disable all the enemies, or at least almost all the enemies. And you need to be careful about the corner. So if that happens, just aim a little here. Thankfully, they will kill the ones with the other rockets, but they didn't. So I'm just gonna kill this guy. They are very low HP, by the way. Like the ones with the rockets in the middle. And always look for the corners, because they like to camp in the corners and they can grab you. But yeah, that was very clean.
That segment is not as easy as Ares just made it look. There's a lot of randomness, and yeah, if the crossbow guys make it onto the scene, it's not a good look.
Awful.
Yeah. Yeah, but by the way, the crossbow guys will only spawn if certain amount of enemies are killed, and of course you won't kill them, but the guys that appear with their rocket launchers in the painting, those will kill their own bodies.
It is very difficult to
avoid them, to kill them.
Yeah, to do that
Yeah,
consistently.
or orchestrating that situation like this far into a run is very, very stress-inducing. And here we're gonna see Ares use the dog abuse tech. Well, I'm sure we probably should call that, but basically, he's gonna use the tech where you just stare up, and the dogs can't interface with Leon unless they do the Plaga attack, which they won't if you're moving. So.
I mean, what? Yeah. So it's like every Colmillos in the game. If you look up, they will never jump to you. But they can attack you with the Plaga, but as long as you continue running, they shouldn't be able to attack you with the Plaga.
Funny thing, if it's based on whether or not the camera sees their face. So if you're at a weird angle, like near the edge, and the dog is behind you, but the camera can see its face, like when you're looking up, they can pounce at you from behind you. Very unlucky.
Even when they are behind you, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was chapter 3.2. And thankfully chapter 3.2 is very short.
Incredibly short.
So by the way, guys, all the treasures and things I'm picking up is because the money is not perfectly calculated, but it's very well calculated to buy all the things that I will need in the entire game. So I want to see if I have a hand grenade here. No, I don't have it. Okay. So we're just gonna hack this left side of this room, because if you don't hack it, we will trigger this cutscene. So we're just gonna run to the candle. Sorry, it's not a candle, the lock. And you need to be very, very fast there, otherwise there's a lot of guys that can attack you, and there's a Garrador behind you.
Yeah, that segment is very, very precise. You have almost no time to get out of that cage.
Yeah, with the TMP, everything comes... it's more comfy. Like with the shotgun, it's a lot more complex. Right, so by the way, the fire can inflict damage, even your own fire from incendiary grenades. So you need to wait a second and a half or something like that for the fire to not have a hitbox for you. But that was chapter 3.3. As you can see, it's very, very short. Right, so we're gonna kill 3 zealots at the first phase of this part, sorry. And after that, we're gonna position ourselves right here. Very important, your position. And do not move your camera, otherwise it's possible that when you throw the incendiary grenade, it will hit Ashley. And after Ashley tries to open the door, another cutscene will trigger and more zealots will
The
appear.
door's locked. I can't open it.
What you want to achieve is to disable the red zealot completely. So you just throw the incendiary, wait for the sound, and throw another one. Equip the TMP because sometimes one will still alive. But yeah, they are all dead, so you're good to go. Because if you don't disable the red zealot, he will still spawn more of his bodies.
See, I can get out.
And it can become very, very dangerous. So a fun fact about this part is that in the Japanese version of this game, the Ashley section was like in the classics.
Fixed camera, yeah. That's funny that it's only in that version and that they kept it through all ports.
Yeah.
In the original GameCube, the North American GameCube version, you can actually suplex with Ashley. It's a glitch. You have the if you can get them over by the door and open the door into them, sometimes it'll make them kneel. You can suplex with Ashley, and it's amazing.
Yeah, so I throw that candle specifically to that zealot. Because it can be a problem if you go directly to the other crank. It's possible, of course, and speedrunners does that. But just to make it a little safer. So we pick up the stone table. We're gonna pick up this green herb because we pick up the 3 kinds of herbs for Leon. We already end this little puzzle and we can continue. So right here, it will be introduced another enemy in the game that are called the armaduras in Spanish. How is it called in English? Armors?
I just call them the armaduras. Yeah, I guess
because-
the
Yeah, animated
That's-
armor. They got a few names.
Yeah, but after we make that puzzle, I'm gonna pick up this treasure. And this is a very cool trick. If you want consistency, you have to position Ashley right here so you can pick up the items. And after you pick up this one, you can start running immediately without having to quick turn, and you can avoid all the armaduras. Like that is only for more consistency. It's not mandatory to do. So the quick time events, by the way, are always 2 types of 2 keys. In the keyboard and mouse are always XC or the left click and the right click. And in this version of the game, because I think in the GameCube version you cannot spam both, right? You have to press like the right one.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
yeah.
But in the remastered version of the game, you can spam both, and it doesn't matter which one the game is asking you. You will always be able to make the QT correctly.
Right. It'll just ignore the other input if you do the opposite one than what it's asking for.
Right, so that was chapter 3-4, and we are end with the chapter 3. And we start chapter 4-1. Which, by the way, in an American run, this chapter is so goddamn long. Takes like 30 minutes to beat this chapter.
You gotta run back to get the Magnum, and then you gotta wait for Verdugo,
Wait
and
here.
yeah, everything just
Yeah.
takes forever.
But thankfully, in the any percent, it's not like that, so it will be like kind of fast. I think 10 minutes, something like that. Right, so in this section, it's very important that you move fast and you make correct quick turns, otherwise you can be incinerated by those dragons. You have to snipe this guy, and there will be one that will start coming for you. As long as you hack the left side, it should be fine. You can skip this cutscene, stand up right in this corner, equip the rifle, aim up. You have to shoot 2 times to that little... Oh, I missed.
Oh no!
Oh, thankfully he killed that one. Okay. So yeah, you have to shoot 2 times to that little silver thing, and it will throw the dragon to the floor. And that's the only dragon that is necessary to kill or to destroy. The other one's not necessary. Oh, this is not. It's not dead. Nice.
Yeah, with the speedrunners actually kill the dragon on the left because there's just enough time if you shot, and then you get the Illuminatus pendant, which is like 12,500 or something like that. It's worth a lot, but it's very, very hard to do.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can actually kill them and make the cycle in time.
But yeah, so right now we are on our journey to pick up the 3 parts to open the wall at the beginning of the castle. And we already pick up 2. Oh no, I think we already pick up the 3. Yeah, we already pick up 3. Yeah. Oh, no, I messed up. But after you finish this, you can go here where Salazar was, and there is a hand grenade. But not necessary for this category. Even for no-merchants, not necessary because you don't have enough space. But now Leon will fight the Armaduras and not Ashley. And we're right to the section that the spider was saying about the X, that you can decapitate Zealots with the X.
It's a very difficult shot, but it's doable.
Oh, there's a very cool trick here that you can destroy these little red dots in the ceiling. And you will avoid completely that section where the ceiling is coming for you. Like I don't know how to explain it. But you can avoid it
Yeah.
completely before the cutscene.
You can skip that whole segment where the roof starts to descend on Leon.
Also, fun fact: if you have the fully upgraded mine thrower, which can home in on enemies, you can shoot it through the wall and kill those drill zealots before they spawn. And then during the cutscene, they're dead, and then it just stops moving after the cutscene's
Oh,
over.
really?
It's really funny. It's a really funny glitch, yeah.
Right, so we're gonna make Ashley wait here. I'm gonna make 2 quick time events. So the next part is very precise and you have to do it fast. Otherwise you will get hit by the Armaduras. And let me check how many bullets I have. I have enough.
This part's definitely scary with controller. It's probably a lot faster with keyboard mouse.
So just for safety, I'm gonna make this strat.
Yeah,
So the
are
Armaduras cast.
really dumb.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
When
go
you're
ahead.
right behind them, they will just stand there,
Yeah.
and that's very exploitable.
Right, so that should be it.
So that middle guy, do you ever get him not spawning?
It never happened, or I think
Oh,
it happened
really?
once. I think it happened
Yeah,
once,
it's
but I think no merchant. I can't remember, to be honest.
yeah, that can happen randomly. Is for some reason it'll take another shot. I do not know why that happens. It's very strange.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe they shot a little to the. I don't know. So in order to make this a little more safer, I'm just gonna kill them. There's a way to avoid them completely, but it's harder to pull off. And because I have the rifle, I miss a shot. I'm just gonna kill them. Oh no. Oh, he has money. Well, I'm just gonna use this, I think. But yeah, the strat, there's a very cool strat to avoid all of them completely. But it's kind of risky to perform, to be honest.
It is pretty precise.
Yeah.
Wait.
And sometimes I actually can troll you and block your way if you don't make her wait for that strat. So this is another part that is not usual to go. But I'm gonna go upstairs. And I'm gonna pick up a lamp. The Novisador's lamp. And thankfully they will throw me 2 blue eyes. And I will be able to have extra money. And it's okay if you leave Ashley on the other side. She will teleport to your side in the cutscene. So in the cutscene, she's been abducted by the Novistadores. So you don't have to care about her, at least for now. And this strat works like this. We're gonna hack this railing, and we're gonna wait for them, like for all the Novistadores to come behind us. And they cannot jump through the windows. I think there's a glitch where they can, right? Like it can glitch.
Yeah, if they're on the ground, if you get really unlucky, they can crawl and clip through the window and just like grab you immediately. It's awful. They're the glitchiest enemies in the game. But yeah, turning around there guarantees that they won't try to go after you. They'll just go up in the air much quicker.
Yeah. And another interesting thing about the Novistadores is that they are very, 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 very weak when they are flying. When they are on the floor, they are so goddamn strong that it will take you a lot of munition to kill them. Wait, what? So I'm just gonna reload this, and I'm gonna destroy the... How is it called, this thing?
The hive.
Hive? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it will give me free eyes from the Novistadores. And hopefully I will get 2 blue eyes, as I said, because the blue eyes are like the most difficult ones to get. And it's also because it's random. Oh. They are giving me a lot of rifle ammunition.
Yeah.
This is random. Like I'm getting a lot of rifle ammunition. Alright, so we're gonna
What are you selling?
sell all... Oh, I forget to combine my lamps.
Back anytime.
Right, so there will be one more section where we will encounter
What are you
Novistadores.
selling?
So just in case, I'm gonna save that lamp that is not fully combined.
Is that all?
Maybe we'll get lucky, who knows. We're gonna buy a rocket launcher. And we're gonna upgrade our TMP, I think.
Is that all?
Capacity. Alright, so there's a very safe strat here. And it's about to kill 2 zealots right here, and that will avoid the catapult guys after the cutscene with Salazar. But the second one always takes his time to appear, so it's about waiting, like, I think max 10 seconds. something like that. Oh, I didn't kill him. No.
Oh, that was directly at the head. That's the worst. He's gonna run around the other side, I think.
Yeah. But I think I can avoid the cutscene anyway. I think he will come down. Yeah, let's wait, or I'm just gonna Oh no, this is the other one. Yeah, I missed the shot, unfortunately. I should have decapitated him.
I believe he comes around.
He's not coming.
That's very unfortunate. That's a really wonky hitbox.
So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. Because there's a way to avoid all of them. Oh, there he is.
You can. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was bad.
Alright, so
You could always exit and re-enter.
yeah, right, you can reset the room.
Okay.
Alright, so that will avoid completely the catapult guys. We only have to take care about this one because there should be two, but the other one died. Because there should be those catapults should be activated. And of course there's a way to avoid everything, like without shooting to the two guys that I shoot with the rifle.
It is extremely scary because those catapults. I think there are, no matter how careful you are, those situations where you get hit by.
Yeah, it's very, very scary to do that. And unfortunately, you're forced to do that in an American run. But anyway. So this part has a very cool trick with the flashbang, and hopefully I will be able to do it. Just gonna reload this. Alright, so if you position yourself here, right here, there's one crossbow guy that will try to shoot you, but he will never be able. So you're safe. And you have to kill these two ones. Sometimes the one that is trying to shoot me on the left will won't shoot and will start climbing the ladder. Right, so we kill them. We will wait for the two shots because they always shoot two times, then reload. And then we're gonna jump down and we're gonna stand up right behind this pillar. I'm gonna force him to shoot again. And then we're gonna go for him, disable him, and we're gonna kill him with the shotgun when he's on the floor. Like, this is the most, like, the safest way to deal with them. Alright. Alright, so the trick here is about to aim to the right and throw immediately the flashbang, but it's very hard, so I'm just gonna change my aiming mode to modern because that will allow me to aim like insanely fast with the mouse. But even so, maybe we miss.
Oh, that is inconsistent for you? With controller, I just hold the stick to the left and then quick turn and immediately throw. And
I try to do that with the mouse, but for some reason it's like you have to move it like on a very specific way. Otherwise,
I think maybe the problem with the mouse is that when you aim, like you can aim a lot further to the sides than you can with
yeah, exactly.
controller. So
And
that's
sometimes you
probably
throw the flashbang to the wall because of that.
Oh, was that double? Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't a double. Alright, so I killed these guys because they can be a problem otherwise. And we skip this cutscene, we're gonna lure the attack of these guys, and we're gonna hack the left side, and that will force the guy with the rocket launcher to move to the other side. So if this one start launching to you, or start running, you just disable him. And you have free time to shoot to the Garador. Otherwise, if you miss a shot, for example, or maybe you will get nervous for some reason because that guy will be very close to you. the Garrador won't die and he will turn around and you won't be able to shoot him to his Plaga, because it's very important that you shoot to the Plaga, to the Garrador. Like, that's the weak point of them. Alright, so we arrived to the end of chapter 4.1. Chapter 4.1 is the longest chapter in the game, by the way.
Welcome.
And there's a boss fight at the end.
What are you selling? Thank you. What are you
We're
buying?
gonna... sorry. So we have to sell the Riot Gun, and we're gonna buy the
What are you
Striker.
buying?
And by the way, we're not gonna use the Deadman glitch, because it's not allowed for
Thank
no
you.
damage runs in Team Hitless. And I follow those rules. And
Come back. Anytime.
like the Deadman... can you explain the Deadman glitch, Shiny?
Yeah, so basically the Ditman is whenever you have the striker, maybe Spiral knows the specifics of why it works this way, but functionally the way it works, and it's not even hard to do, is the moment you start aiming the striker, if you just enter the menu and then come back out, it speeds up only Leon's animations by about like 200%. So you can basically knife, shoot, do everything faster than you would do it. And then the moment you take an action that dictates his animations be a certain speed, like kicking open a door or like just doing certain things that make him interface with an entity, it'll turn it back off. So you just have to do it again.
Yeah. And it's basically not allowed for Team Hitless for no damage runs because it trivialized the run. And
Yeah,
like
a lot of running sections become really, really easy with it.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot
So
of
that's why.
escapes you can do with it too.
Yeah, there's a lot of out of bounds too that you can use with the Deadman glitch. So it's very important that you make 3 quick time events here from Verdugo. Otherwise, he can like literally make a quick time event after the cutscene, and that's not funny. So we're gonna open the shutter. We're gonna turn around. If he makes a quick time event, of course, use it. We're gonna go for the capsule. I'm gonna wait for him. So he goes to the ceiling. Maybe he will make quick time events. No, he just fall down. So we're just gonna knock over this. That happens very rarely.
Yeah, that's not very common.
Yeah, it's very, very rarely. We're just gonna throw him the rocket. And he's dead. And of course, if you kill him, that will... how do you say this? Like, avoid completely the time that you have to wait for the elevator to activate.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 minutes otherwise.
Yeah. I don't know,
It's an
I'm gonna have to
eternity.
dance with him for that time.
Do you get him to run into the wall in No Merchant?
Oh, no, I don't know about that strat, to be honest. I didn't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's it's not 100% consistent, but kind of hard to explain. But yeah, you can get him just to run forever into a wall, and you can go make a sandwich or do whatever, and it's totally safe.
Oh, I didn't know about that strat. Yeah, I just dance with him.
Welcome.
Like it's 80
Got some
80 times that you
rare
have to
things
turn
on
around and then
what are
the
you selling?
the elevator
Thank
activates.
you. What
Are you counting to 80?
buying?
Right, so we're just gonna buy this and we're gonna upgrade our rifle, and this will be the last upgrade. You never have to upgrade the rifle to the 24 capacity because it's very, very expensive, and that will mess up all your economy. If you are out of ammunition of the rifle and you don't have ammunition to reload, what you can do is sell this rifle and buy a new one, and will come with like the amount of ammunition of a new one, But never upgrade to the 24 capacity. So maybe this guy will attack. Sometimes happens. Alright, so here we're gonna buy 2 rockets. One will be for the stone, for the boulder. Very important to aim to the barrel and throw it there, so it will kill the enemies that are behind the big stone, and it will also destroy the stone. And by doing that, you will avoid completely the whole section of the dynamite. And we're gonna buy another one for the one of the gigantes.
Welcome. Got some rare. What are you buying?
Oh no, what am I doing?
Come back anytime.
Alright, so by the way, right here there's an out of bounds trick that you can use also to avoid all of this, but of course not allowed. So
It's
we
kind of hard to
don't
pull
use.
off. That's one of the tougher ones.
There's also an out of bounds here with the Deadman. So I'm just gonna pick up this flash. And there's a very specific line that you need to take here. I think it's here, yeah, it's here. We're cool. So we're gonna quick turn, make a back step. And that will force the two Gigantes to auto-attack. So we will have a free and clean kill for the first one, and then for the second one, we just gotta throw the rockets. Because we already pick up the flashbang, it's not necessary to. So I think I'm just gonna wait for that because I'm scared that he will grab me. Because if you get so close to the hole, the one that is on the lava can come through and can grab you. And it's not a quick time event. So I'm just gonna wait. Okay. And right here is the last section with Novistadores. And we are gonna make a very, very safe strat. And it's mainly because the Novistadores are very glitchy. And if you try to make the speedrun strat, you will get hit most of the time. I don't know why I didn't kill that one.
Oh boy. This part is awful.
This may live in infamy as the actual hardest part overall of the game to not be hit. This part is so much chaos.
It is very nasty. Even playing it safe, things can go wrong.
Yeah, so we're gonna reset the room. Oh yeah, Spyro, can you explain?
No, go ahead. I'll let you explain.
No. Explain. Because I don't know how it works exactly.
if you don't exit and re-enter there, as soon as you kill a Novistador, Novies will start spawning in one of three spots. But if you exit and re-enter, then they don't start spawning until you kill another one or you hit a switch. And I don't know. I assume you probably exit and re-enter again after hitting the switch. Yeah. And that does the same thing.
Yeah, we're gonna reset again. So right here we'll spawn Novistadores there. So we're gonna position ourselves here, quick the striker, and hopefully we will shoot 4 of them. Yeah.
Nice. Alright, come on, Blue Eye.
Hopefully, we'll see. Nah.
Ah.
Yeah, it's very rare that they throw you. Like, it's more common that they will throw you a blue eye on the first 2 sections than on the third one. But sometimes they can throw you one. But anyway, we're gonna kill these 2.
Yeah, those guys do not despawn. Exit.
So there's one behind us. What you want to chip here is to look very closely where they are. If they are on your path, like for example that one can be on our path when we will be down. No, I think he's not a threat.
Oh,
maybe?
he's...
Oh yeah, we're cool.
Even the safe strats can be scary.
Yeah, because the Novistadores are not meant to work at 60 FPS, so they are very glitchy. And they can even clip through the walls and grab you. It's very dumb.
They can do all sorts of fun stuff. That little statue there, they can run up it and like jump into the abyss. They are not well designed enemies.
But yeah, after we reset the room, they will despawn. And after we press this, they will spawn outside of this cave. thankfully we're gonna kill 3 of them when they are in the air. Yeah. And those are the last ones. And we don't have to deal with them anymore. No blue eye, unfortunately. Alright, so with the Demon Glitch you can literally start running without need to activate this pull lever. But of course we are not using the Deadman, and your key is this candle. You stand up on this candle and you are good. And right here we will retrieve the last part for the Salazar's crown. And that's chapter 4-2. Right, so I think, let me check what I have. Oh, I don't have so much rifle ammo. Okay. I think we're cool. We don't need to buy anything. Alright, so this part is very scary too, because there's a lot of enemies. But you can completely avoid all of them just by running. Like, the most scary part will be entering to that shack, or this little house here. And we want to pick up this flashbang. And go directly to the pull lever, or to the crank, sorry. I'm just gonna equip the striker just in case they enter, and I can cancel this and shoot them. Like this, for example. And that make everything safest. Alright, so the next section, I think it's not even 100% consistent, as long as you don't make quick turns. Like, what you have to do here is hack the left side after you pass through this corner. And that will never this guy to point at you. But this guy will point at you. Wait, I almost stepped
did the bear
on
trap there.
Trap, yeah. And by doing this, you will see what will happen right now. There's a very rare RNG where the lady won't point at you. But if she points at you, it's like free. And you can avoid all of them, just like that, just like that. It looks very inconsistent, but it's very, very consistent, to be honest. So we're just gonna equip the striker, because true Plagas level 3 will appear here. These are the Plagas level 3, by the way. I'm just gonna kill them and shoot to the red dots in the ceiling. Right. So by the way, there are 3 kinds of Plagas in Resident Evil 4. The Plaga level 1 that appears in the village, and also appears in the castle. Oh, no, I think it doesn't appear in the castle. Unless
not
there are...
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except for, yeah.
Yeah, the Ganados,
These guys,
for example,
yeah.
here. And the Plaga level 2 that is exclusive for the Zealots. And the Plagas level 3 that appear more in the island. I think the Plagas level 3 are the most annoying ones. Alright, so here I find out that changing to modern controllers, it makes the aiming better. So it's just about kill all the enemies before they jump on your... And what is this thing called?
Minecart.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another section you can skip with the hidden glitch.
Yeah, there's even a way to skip it without the Deadman.
Yeah. I think they do it in No Merchant as well.
Yeah.
A lot harder to do, but...
But I should have shot that with the TMP, of course. Right, if you do everything fast here, all these guys won't jump to your minecart.
Yeah, you gotta wait until the laser dot shows up and then you can shoot. Because if you shoot too early, there's no hitbox on the switch.
Yeah.
Which is very annoying.
Of course, you can make them fall down with any weapon, even with the handgun without upgrades. But because the striker has some kind of splash damage, you sometimes will hit two enemies at the same time, as you can see. Nice that. I think there's a wooden, yeah, it's wooden. Oh jeez. But yeah, those were the last ones, so we can take the time to reload all our weapons. I think I have for this. No, I haven't. Okay, cool. And yeah, that's basically chapter 4.3.
And you were on good pace. You're definitely gonna do better than 10 hits. Not to jinx it, but
Yeah,
That
don't
is
commentator curse. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's doing good.
very good run.
And if you think about it, he hasn't even really been. It was mostly Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I have some kind of PTSD with that silhouette in the water hole because of no merchant. It's very annoying in no merchant.
Un forastero!
Oh my god. I didn't change to the classic aiming and I make a very wide turn.
It's funny, no merchant is actually it's such a popular category in among Brazilian players that on speedrun.com the no merchant category they call sin mercado.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the strat here is to shoot, and by doing that you will aggro the red seal on the left side, and you will force this one to point at you. And sometimes this guy from here can be aggro too, but no, yeah, he's not. So I'm just gonna make this very safe.
I've never figured that out.
Yeah, sometimes he's on your face when you go up the ladder.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna jump to the hand, we're gonna equip a flashbang, we're gonna blind all these enemies. Or I messed up a little because
I think you
throw
knocked
it
him
to-
onto the
Yeah,
hand.
yeah. I think I messed up, but we will see. We have to kill these ones. So what you can do here is when they are jumping, they cannot attack you, so that's your perfect window time to jump. Oh my god. And always scared maybe someone will be right in the door waiting for you when you activate the pull lever. Alright, so for some reason here you have to spam like very, very fast. Or you die. And this only happens in this version of the game, like on the vanilla version.
It used to be worse, I believe.
I think so too.
They patched it, so it's not quite so bad in 60 FPS.
No matter what FPS you're playing at, though, you have to respect Salazar
Yeah.
Gundam.
Right, so this last section of the chapter, once that cutscene triggers, they will start throwing barrels in the stairs. You have to stand up right here, and you need to kill these three silhouettes. Here's the one that is throwing the barrels. I missed the shot, unfortunately. and then the other one. Oh, damn. So much rifle ammo. So you skip this cutscene, you quick turn, go backwards, and try to shoot the dynamite, and you will kill that guy. So unfortunately, Spiral, I'm not gonna use your strat because I didn't learn it.
It is. If you know how to do the shotgun, that's extremely.
No, I don't know neither. I'm just gonna make like a normal way. So we're gonna go to this corner, kill this Bogan guy. They are very weak. Even with the handgun, they die with just 2 bullets. We're gonna stand up right here. There's a speedrun strat to just knock over all the zealots from the platform, from the elevator. But I'm just gonna do it the old way. The one that is the most dangerous is the bold one, because the bold one spawns a plaga always. Like this one. So I'm just gonna try to knock him. Yeah, that's nice. Nice. No.
Oh, that's the worst. They're so random with that.
Yeah, I think I will be able to do it now.
Yeah, that'll definitely knock off.
So yeah, as I said, the bold one is the most dangerous one because he always spawns a plaga level 2 and can be very, very dangerous. So if you knock over the bold one, you should be fine. And always be mindful about your ammunition, because if you start reloading when they just fall down, they will be able to attack you because of the reload animation.
Yeah, it's a big problem with no merchant, I imagine. With only 6 shots.
Yeah. Right, so I'm not just gonna pick up that because I think there are shot and shells and handgun bullets, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But right now it comes Salazar. And of course we're gonna rocket launcher him. But before that we need to shoot him in the eye.
It's been so long since I've seen someone fight Salazar without just shooting the eye and then blowing him up instantly. I don't even know what the fight looks like anymore.
Welcome.
Oh, you mean like without the rocket?
Some red. What are you selling?
Yeah, no, in truth, because someone told me that like when I was young, when I first played it, and I've never looked back. I always just blow him up.
Come back anytime. What are you selling?
Yeah, no merchant, you basically just hang against the back wall until he tries to eat you, and then you run forward and then shoot him in the head. Because he's exposed during that. And then you can't get hit by the tentacles if you stand in the right spot.
What are you selling?
I hate that they don't let you move stuff around.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sell because I have so much TMP ammunition. I don't need so much, so I'm just gonna sell a bunch of it.
Is that all? What are you buying?
Yeah, that's the problem of picking up everything that you encounter. Like your inventory will be a mess. Alright, so hopefully I won't miss the shots, because I tend to miss the shots for some reason.
Those are actually tough shots. It has a very weird hitbox.
So this is very important that you shoot him in the face, because if you shoot a little down, you won't inflict him damage. Like his hitbox is literally on his torso, on his face. So right here, I think there's yeah, flashbang, and right there, there's rifle ammo and an incendiary grenade. Like the only useful things for this run. Right, so we're gonna arrive to the island, the last chapter of the game. But before, we're gonna pick up this egg from this barrel. This is
All
an
right, egg
strat.
strats.
And yeah, we're gonna use a very cool strat in chapter, I think it's chapter 5.2, right?
Yes.
Yes, chapter 5.2. And you know what? For some reason, in speedrun, in the glitchless category, that is not allowed.
I don't understand how that is a glitch. To be quite honest, you're just getting Ashley to stand
Yeah, it's an
still.
exploit
You
more
can
than...
do it with like with a knife. You can just run and take your knife out like every couple steps, and she'll stay ducked. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
very
don't
strange. I don't know why they think it's a glitch. It's more an exploit than a glitch. Alright, so I don't have space.
That egg is ruining everything.
in no American dude, this egg is a nightmare. Okay, so I think
You got one rifle.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could ditch one rifle.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna reload this. And yeah, we're good. Oh no. Alright, so there's another out of bound here, if you wonder, and you can completely avoid all this section.
Actually, a couple out of bounds. There's one way further down that they used to use before we knew about the other one. Although I think that first one only works in 60 FPS.
Oh, you mean about the out of bounds?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I never tried to, I just saw it. So we're gonna shoot to this light, we're gonna equip a flashbang, and we're gonna jump over, and that will avoid the cutscene or the aggro from all the enemies. We're gonna lure an auto attack from this soldier. And there's a very specific place where you have to rotate this reflector. And it's like the tip of the, like, I don't know how to call this.
Yeah,
Has to be
it's
something
right
like
about
this.
there.
Then you move, JJ will appear, you throw a flashbang, you jump down. And you need to go to the door, so it will activate the lasers. Quick turn and start running. It's better if you bait the auto attack from the shield guy, but I didn't, unfortunately. So by doing that, you will always position the reflectors to a perfect place. And by throwing the flashbang right there, you will... that's okay, he won't hit me. You will blind again JJ. Otherwise, you will have to wait here, wait him to start shooting, and start reloading, and disable all the enemies that will be behind him. So we're gonna disable this, and if he points at you, you are good to go to the ladder directly without having to shoot him. But sometimes he won't point at you, sorry, and you have to shoot him. Oh my god. Right, we're good. Alright, so in order to make this part a little more safer, I'm just gonna kill the crossbow guy here with the rifle. You can avoid him shoot the arrows just by hiding the right side of this part.
He can hit you almost anywhere on the screen though. It's really stupid.
Yeah. Alright, so here I'm not gonna unequip the striker because there will be a very funny guy that I know how he's still alive there. But I'm just gonna shoot.
Referring to this guy,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Mr. Crispy himself.
Right, so in order to make this also the safest way, I'm just gonna disable this guy. Because you can go directly to the door and he won't be able to attack you. But sometimes you miss the input and of course he will attack you. All right, so the grenade. This is the worst part for me. So you have to throw first an explosive one here. Run. The door will open and that will kill every of them. But there's a second wave of enemies that will be crossbow guys. You want to throw them flame incendiary grenades. Sorry. You will always kill the 3 of them with 2 incendiary grenades. I did it correctly, thankfully. So yeah, we are good to go.
I like that standing there. That is nice. It seems easier to line up the shot than from further back where I usually do it.
Oh yeah, but I missed a lot because sometimes you like the grenade bounces on the
Yeah.
and so it's like a very specific way where you have to throw it. So right, so right here will be introduced the most scary enemy in the game, in my opinion. The regenerators. Thankfully
I can't
for
wait to see these guys in the remake.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah,
want
me
to see the
too.
design of them. So you can just avoid him by just getting out of the place. The first one is not a threat unless you take so much time on the part where you pick up the keycard. For this one, we're gonna lure out attacks and we're gonna pass around them. They have 2 kinds of auto attacks they can make. That one that he makes an slap, and the other one that they try to slap you with both of his hands. Which one has long range? I think the one with 2 hands.
It's not. I think the one hand is a little further range. I believe.
Yeah.
That one's a grab, isn't it? The 2-hand one.
Sorry, what?
I think that's a grab. Like if it hits you.
Oh, you mean the 2 hands?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, one of them didn't fall down. Like, it looks like it's very simple to pass through all of them. I'm just gonna kill them, just for precaution. Because as you can see, for some reason, they don't die with hand grenade, and they don't even fall down.
Yeah, island enemies are super tanky for the most part.
And a not insignificant number of them are also armored. So shots that hit them connect with their armor just have no effect. So they're a real nuisance to deal with for some spots.
So there are 2 blinded or 2 armored guys there. So we're gonna use a very cool trick here. Gonna lure the auto attack of this one, and we're just gonna hack the right side. Even if this guy runs to you and try to attack you, he won't be able to hit him. So it's very, very consistent to do it like this. So right here, there's like some kind of evolution of the regenerator, which is called Iron Maiden. Just gonna rocket this guy. And before we pick up the key card, we're gonna go here, and there are 2 grenades we can pick up in this place. The first one has this crow. It's scripted, by the way. And the second one, it's on a barrel on the side of the merchant. Oh.
That's so funny that the crows have that much HP. Like one shot will kill.
So right here, don't forget to pick up the key card, because if you forget to pick up this key card, the enemies will be the same enemies that we just avoid right now, and won't be the ones that you will watch right now. So there's a very cool strat to just throw a flashbang right here, but because I have the rifle, I'm just gonna kill all of them. Very important that you don't aggro the crossbow guy that is on the left side. All right.
Yeah, I was wondering where you're going to be using the rifle. But yeah, it definitely makes the safe strats a lot easier.
Yeah. So you're just gonna disable these guys. You can like run to them, bait an auto attack, and just go direct to the door. I just like to disable them. And that was chapter 4.1. Sorry, 5.1. sorry. And right here, for some reason, when you don't retry this section, like you don't make this, for example, retry from a checkpoint, there will be 2 extra enemies outside.
Wait, follow me. Wait.
So it makes this part a little more difficult. And most because there are some enemies that can have Plagas level 3. So I think that is one of them. Yeah, so when you kill the Plaga level 3, the Plaga level 3 will jump from the host body. And you need to take some space, otherwise you will get grabbed. Jesus, man.
Follow me.
So tanky. Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a way to avoid all of them just by running.
You got
Oh, yeah.
a lucky 3300 drop. Ooh, that was really
Yeah,
close.
that was very, very close. Oh, I missed.
Oh, that's super unlucky.
Yeah, I think it was because I quick turn.
That
You don't have
hesitation,
quick turn there.
probably. Yeah.
But that's another hit for Ashley. So can I heal her? Yeah, I can.
Ashley is really sandbagging this run for Ares. Like, he's
She
making
is.
all of these perfectly executed movements, and here she is just floating around.
Yeah, no, it was my bad because you don't have a quick turn for that specific part. You just have to run like normally without quick turns. And something very interesting about that part is that if the enemies grab Ashley, she will teleport to the cutscene anyway. So you don't have to save her. Right, so we're just gonna equip the rifle here, and we're just gonna kill this guy. Oh no. Right, so right here we're gonna use the egg trick. Can you guys explain why this works like this, please?
So basically, what you do is you get Ashley to duck, and as long as she stays ducked, this cutscene won't spawn. So what you want to do is as long as you hold down the aim button, which you can continue to and move after using the aim or after discarding a weapon or something like that, then she'll just stay ducked as long as you hold it down. So then you can spawn the cutscene as soon as she jumps down, but the enemies won't notice you. And
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
like
free
you
to
are.
do this. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's like you are. Like for some reason, if the enemies don't see you, they won't aggro. So they are like they spawn there, but they are not aggro to you.
Yeah, otherwise it's 2 or 3 flashes, and it's kind of scary too sometimes.
Yeah. So after the third boulder hit, we're just gonna throw a flashbang just in case. And before we aggro this regenerator behind that door, we're gonna pick up this incendiary just in case. So that regenerator won't aggro to you if you don't get close.
Wait, follow
But if you make the wait follow, he will aggro.
Wait.
So we're gonna equip incendiary grenade, and we're gonna make another wait follow here in order to aggro the regenerator that it's at the end of this part. We're gonna make Ashley wait in the door, so she will leave the door open for us. And the safest strat here is to throw an incendiary for this one. Because there's a way to just avoid him completely, but sometimes Ashley gets stuck on his hitbox. And of course the regenerator will hit her. And I think he even killed her.
Wait.
So right here there's shot and shells, rifle ammo, and there's an 8 spray just in case I'm just gonna pick up this. Once you get onto the truck, Ashley will drive and you have to defend her from the enemies. So I'm just gonna reload all my weapons before the enemies appear. So there's a bunch of strats that you can use here. I'm gonna use the no merchant strat because I'm more used to that right now. So what you can do right here is if you continue running, for some reason the enemies will think that you are running to them, so they will attack you, like will attack the air. Then I will go back and we wait for them to jump to the truck. And when they activate, I'm just gonna shoot. I'm just gonna kill all of them. Oh, they're still alive. And after that, I'm just gonna quick turn. I'm just gonna stand up right here. And for some reason, when you stand up right here, the enemies, not 100% of the time, but at least 99, I think, won't attack you, won't throw you anything. Sometimes they will jump to the truck, but it's very rarely too.
Sometimes they try to jump up and they miss. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, but as you can see at the end, they like just... I don't know how that happened. And then the truck will always be destroyed with just one rifle bullet. With the handgun it's 7 bullets without upgrades. And with the TMP I don't know how many bullets. I know that the TMP is a little weaker than the handgun with every bullet, so maybe it's like 10 with the TMP, something like that.
Something like that. I
Then
don't know why you
activate.
use the TMD on that, but...
And this guy will never jump to you, like he's running to his death. And then after the second one, you just equip a flashbang and wait for the cutscenes. So there's a way to skip this cutscene of Ashley pointing at the pull lever. And it's about like a perfect frame of picking up an item. But it's very, very complex to perform. Alright, so this strat, I'm just gonna turn to the left. I'm gonna wait for this guy to run to me. I'm gonna run to him, bait an auto attack, pass to his side, and wait for this one to throw an axe. I'm just gonna throw a flashbang. I'm gonna blind all of them. It's very important that you don't throw the flashbang like at the end of this part, otherwise you won't blind this one sometimes. I'm just gonna bait out attacks from this one and go down. Try to be fast, because if you are not fast enough, these guys will jump to the truck and will try to attack Ashley. And sometimes they have a plaga, and the plaga will one-shot Ashley. So also these guys are very, very strong. But you have plenty of time here, because Ashley won't open the door until you jump to the, like you get on the truck. So you have plenty of time if you want to knife them or you don't have enough ammunition to kill them. Alright, so the last part of the truck is like the most dangerous one, because there will be plagas spawning. You can avoid the plagas by throwing an incendiary grenade to specific enemies that will be behind us right now. Hopefully I will get it. We'll see. Okay, I think I will get it. We'll see. Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
You hate to see it. It's very unlucky.
Right, so one of them didn't die. One is behind me right now. Hopefully he won't have a plaga. We'll see. I think this one have a plaga. So maybe we're just gonna disable him. Oh no, he doesn't have a plaga. Nice. It's very important that you wait until the track fully appears. Then you shoot, because if you shoot earlier, the damage won't count. And yeah, that was chapter 5.3. Alright, so yeah, I think we're cool. Right, so we're gonna buy the Killer 7, specifically for the U3 encounter. It will help us a lot with that encounter.
What are you buying?
And also we're gonna buy a rocket launcher.
Thank you.
I don't have space. I have to order this little. Right, so let me check how many bullets I have. I think you're okay.
Anytime.
I'm just gonna upgrade the striker.
What are you buying?
Then we are good to go. Right, so chapter 5.3, in my opinion, it's also one of the hardest chapter in the whole game. Mainly because of Krauser. U3 with the rocket launcher, of course, it won't be a problem. At least the boss fight. But the running section can be very dangerous. And also this part can be a meme. So we need to be careful here. Hopefully I won't get meme here. We'll see. So what I like to do is aim to the door and force the crossbow guy to shoot 2 times. Alright, so this didn't work as I wanted, but it's okay. Normally the crossbow guy will shoot 2 times to the door when you aim. But this time didn't work.
Everyone's favorite cutscene.
Yeah.
Been a long time, comrade.
Yo, Blasty, by the way, if you want to shout out something, now is the perfect time.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you? You're the one who kidnapped Ashley. You got on quick, as expected.
Yeah, I want to shout out Sparrow for all the times he narrated perfectly this conversation.
What do you
I would have loved to donate him for him to do this. I kind of forgot about
Oh,
this.
Sadler developed, that's all.
Oh god, back when I used to do like chapter by chapter, no damage runs, like this was, I hated this scene so much. Having to see it a million times over and over, because this chapter's really difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine resetting this chapter because you got hit at the end.
Oh,
Krauser.
God.
Got her involved just for that? All for Umbrella's sake. Umbrella.
Right, so this will be one of the only, or I think it's the only, quick time event where it changes from X to C, or if it starts with C, it will change to X. I think it's the only one in professional.
Leave that scene.
If it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Alright, so I think we didn't mention this, but in this game there are plenty of places where you can retrieve from a checkpoint and you will despawn enemies by doing that. One perfect example of that is in Waterhole, and the other one is in the chapter 5-4. But of course, for no damage runs, in Team Hitless specifically, is not allowed to do that. Alright, so anyone knows the lore about U3? Is Mendes or is not Mendes?
I've never heard that before.
It looks like Mendes.
Really? Like, have you heard someone say that before? Or
No,
you're
no,
just,
no, no, no. I'm just
you're
like,
saying,
yeah.
I
It's
don't
just,
think there's any relation between them. They are both weak to fire, but I don't think. I think that's about as far as it goes. You might be onto something though.
He does kind of resemble him, so I wonder if maybe there's a possibility they reused like some of his assets to make this guy.
yeah, maybe. So at the beginning of the counter, we're just gonna shoot him one time with the Killer 7. After we activate this, he will take you max 4. Sometimes only 1, but I'm just gonna shoot 4 times. Because sometimes it takes you 1, 2, 3, on a max of 4. I'm just gonna run directly to the other one. The worst thing can happen here is that one quick time event will appear. Thankfully, I think it won't appear. Yeah, cool. We're gonna pick up this incendiary grenade. We're gonna equip the TMP and shoot to the light. Then we're gonna reload our Killer 7. And we're gonna trigger the cutscene and immediately shoot. And after the shoot, we're gonna equip the TMP and destroy the other light. Thankfully, the hitboxes from the lights are very, very big, so you don't have to worry about missing the shot. So if he jumps behind you, for some reason he will stop running and he will jump to the ceiling again. So this is very, very consistent to do. So the throw of this hand grenade is kind of tricky, but you can skip completely one section of this part if you throw it correctly. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna equip the rocket because the boss fight will be the next. And also after this cutscene, you can like enter directly to this kind of tunnel, and he will never be able to attack you. So cutscene, we're just gonna aim and shoot. We're gonna get close to him, and he's dead.
Easy part of 5-3 now.
Yeah. Yeah, like the cage section is the worst, more than the boss fight. Remember, I lost a lot of runs on that section, to be honest, because I wasn't able to figure it out how really it works.
Yeah, I didn't used to get the Killer 7 until right before Krauser, but it really makes U3 so much easier. Sometimes he can just jump down right behind you, right after you're done with the switch, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta get hit.
Yeah, it's very annoying, and even the quick time event that he makes from the ceiling is very, very fast.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the fastest quick time event that you have in the game.
It probably is. It is annoyingly fast.
Welcome.
So we're gonna upgrade the Killer 7 because we're gonna make a very safe strat with Krauser here. So we're gonna upgrade the capacity. And it's not just in case we miss shots. It's not for any other reason. Right, so there will be a cutscene. We're gonna skip it and run direct to the door. If he start, oh yeah, he's with the TMP. You need to hack the left side, otherwise there's a chance he will hit you with the TMP. If you like run directly in the middle and direct to the door. But if you use any other kind of weapon, you are good to run directly. Okay, cool. So in this game you can cancel the reload animation if something staggers you. Like for example right there I used the stagger animation of the blind from the flashbang of Krauser to reload my Killer 7. And here you need to watch where is the shadow. I think he's on the left side.
Yep. That's the most annoying thing that can happen.
Dude, you know one time he perma quick time event here. Like he made me, I don't know, like 10 grabs in a row.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me too. He just keeps doing it. I just could not get past him.
Alright, so we're gonna enter to the fight with the Killer 7, and this is very cool what I learned from American speedruns. Like if you just stand up here, he will always jump, and you just have to aim and he will throw a grenade. He will destroy the grenade, he will jump down. You put the knife and you just knife him in the face and that's it. If you miss the knife for some reason, you have to start shooting him with the Killer 7.
Pretty nice. I like that a lot better than trying to shoot him in the face, because that's a tough shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he's always forced to jump to the roof if you don't do anything at the beginning. And he will always throw a grenade after that. Alright, so in order to despawn Krauser from... because he's right now on the other side of this house, we just enter here and he will despawn. And he won't be behind us when we are pulling this lever.
That I actually did not know somehow. It's interesting.
Right, so the first drones are very simple to avoid. The ones that can be a problem are these ones because sometimes you can get stuck in a corner. I remember I lose a run to this because I stuck in a corner and they explode. And of course, they inflict damage. Right, so right now comes Krauser boss fight. The game forces you to fight Krauser with a knife. Like the knife will be the weapon that will inflict more damage to Krauser, even more than the rocket launcher. So we're just gonna fight him. Quick time event. I'm just gonna run to his side and make a quick turn here. We're gonna quick turn, get close. Oh no, I miss.
Oh no! Oh! And that's the worst because you're not able to hit the
quick time event.
The QTE when that happens. Oh man.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. But anyway, we're gonna make it right now. What, again?
Again?
Oh Jesus, again?
Dude, you are getting incredibly unlucky. Oh
well, this usually doesn't happen, or I think it's because I'm not getting very close.
You're a little far back. But that is super unlucky.
So I think that was like 4 hits, something like that. Because on the
That
last,
was just
3
2,
pair.
right?
Well, it
on the
depends
last
on
one
if you're
he didn't,
counting the last one as 2 hits.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
because he didn't kill me with the first one.
Right, a gentleman's 2. I get you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fight, it's about timing correctly the knives that you make to him, because when he's standing up, he has some kind of iframes, so he can be staggered again immediately. So if you like continue slashing, continue like without stop, he will attack you. So you have to time it correctly. I think I didn't miss. Yeah, I miss.
Oh, good shot. All right. That's a surprisingly difficult shot or throw.
Yeah. So right here is very important that you don't go far left, otherwise you will spawn enemies on the left side. I'm just gonna throw the ladder. We're gonna quick turn and go directly to the door. I think I destroyed the lock. Yeah. Right here, we're gonna equip the Killer 7 and kill one shield guy. But it's okay if you don't kill him. The key is to disable him. So we need to wait for one more shield guy and one normal guy. There we go, and we can climb up the ladder. Can you explain this spiral? Because I'm gonna do it like exactly the same as you do it.
So it's, the next part or this part here?
Yeah, the next one I think, because this one
Oh,
already.
okay. I was like, this part's pretty simple.
Yeah. There's one more guy that will come from the left. Hopefully he won't have a plague, and also you have to wait until Mike destroyed that specific building from there. So there's a very slow way to do all of this. Oh, I think the arrow guy is dead. I'm not hearing shooting. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, nice.
Right, so there's a very safe strat here that you can just equip the Killer 7, and because we have plenty of ammo, we can just kill JJ. And the other strat is to throw a flashbang on a very specific part, so you can blind both JJ and the crossbow guy that should be down, but he's not dead because I think he died. Maybe Mike killed him.
All right, this next part is
Alright, so
pretty rough. It's not too bad. All right, so you're. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna.
no, I'm
The
not
shield
gonna
guy come up.
Right, so he's not dead.
Okay, so basically, what I believe he's gonna do is he's going to the gunners will not shoot other gunners. So if you stand right here, the other guys won't try to shoot you, and you can just kill them. That's also a surprisingly difficult throw there. That was done perfectly. All right.
Yeah, usually you
And-
want to rifle the enemy down, but you can
Yeah.
also throw off anything there. You have plenty of grenades. So I'm just gonna
This-
throw a flashbang right here.
This corner, yeah, that corner's kind of scary. Guys can just whip around it.
So the hand grenade right there is just for precaution, because most of the time the enemies will be like literally camping that you will jump down.
Yeah, you can jump down and just get hit immediately.
And now this is very funny because for some reason when you stand up right there, like right here, they start jumping down instead of going to the other side, like where I came from.
Yeah, they just go around in a loop for no
Yeah.
reason.
Like they won't. They will climb up the ladder, but they won't go here. They will just jump down. This guy is being annoying, so I'm just gonna kill him, I think.
Gyarados AI in general, when it regards ladders, is very dumb.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they like crowd there, right?
Yeah, there's the way that their pathing prioritizes ladders kind of breaks them in some instances. Yeah.
Oh, there's shield right there. Interesting. All right, so
Yeah,
another
it's-
cool. Well, it's not cool. Another annoying part of that section is that if you kill many, like a lot of enemies there, a crossbow guy will spawn. He can be really, really dangerous.
Yeah, if you're playing on normal, Mike is a lot more helpful, and he'll usually blow up one of the turrets at least. But on pro, he pretty much never does, unless you just hang around
Yeah,
forever.
it takes a lot of time on pro. Right, so I'm just gonna pick up this. There's also magnum bullets here. Maybe it won't be necessary, but just in case. And we're just gonna reload all our weapons because the next section it's very, very scary. And I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna make the speedrun strat. Wait, I don't have a rifle, okay. I'm gonna make some kind of the how can you say this? Some kind of variation of the speedrun strat.
I'm interested to see this. This is one section that everyone does differently.
Yeah, because the safest 100% safest strat is to kill all of them.
There are a lot of guys.
Right, so we're just gonna rifle this guy, equip a flashbang, and start running. This guy with the axe will always miss for some reason. And we're just gonna run directly to the door and activate the buttons and the keycard guy. We're gonna throw a flashbang here. So the shield guy shouldn't be there, so I'm just gonna kill him.
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see
He's
it.
up high.
Oh, that is such bad luck. Luckily, you have a bunch of flashes, though.
Yeah, I think we're cool.
Okay, so this red bandana guy.
Right, so right up here, there's the crossbow guy. He spawned here, unfortunately. Maybe he could hit me. Oh shit.
Oh no. Yeah, that crossbow guy is. I had to come up with a strat to deal with him because he's a pain if he spawns there, and it's super random too.
Yeah, this is a
sometimes,
very
like,
unfortunate RNG string.
He doesn't spawn sometimes. Like what I should
Yeah,
have
it's
done is-
I don't know if it's completely RNG or if there's something that controls it, but it's something very precise, and I have never figured it out.
Yeah, what I should have done there is throw a flashbang upstairs, and I will blind him, and I will avoid completely that. Right, so I think everyone is blinded. There is no threat. Yeah, we're cool.
Like 60 FPS. The flashes last twice as long on 60 FPS, thankfully.
This is
Oh
unfortunate.
god, that's the worst. Oh no, oh no. Oh. Those guys, it's possible to consistently get them to both attack, but you have to get scary close
Yeah.
to the other guy, and that's very easy to do.
Welcome.
That was a good save.
Gotta select what
All right, so I'm just gonna sell the rifles. No longer necessary to have it, and I'm just gonna buy a rocket. Oh no, I think I cannot make the other strat because I don't have a hand grenade. Yeah, I'm just gonna make like the classic one with just the killer 7. Because there's another strat.
That door is
but-
so annoying.
Yeah. So the other guy
Oh,
didn't
he didn't get
blind.
blinded.
So here it's very important that you don't skip the cutscene very fast, otherwise Ashley will be behind the door.
This hunk of junk?
Alright, but I think we're cool. Hopefully I won't miss the shot on Sadler. like the first shot.
That's really easy to miss under pressure. It's annoying. There's a hand grenade up there, but you can't get to it.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna skip everything. We're just gonna shoot one time and then use the rocket. He should be dead. And we're just gonna run directly to the bridge and pick up the special rocket launcher. I think we are able, yeah, we will get there without a quick time event. And this rocket is not necessary to aim it correctly. Like as long as it's on the range or in the sight of Sadler, it will always hit him.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're gonna grab the money.
So should we make the Deadman glitch just for fun?
Yeah.
I think at this point we're obligated to.
Okay. Alright, so there's a very fun glitch with the Deadman glitch by using the boat, and you will see it right now. So what you have to do is you have to equip the striker and make the Deadman glitch. And Leon will leave Ashley.
Sweetheart.
But that won't give you like more speed with the boat or with the jet ski. It's only about that glitch and nothing else. Of course, if you do this on another match run, it will be invalidated. But I think for this time, just for fun. Yeah, but yeah, after the first cutscene, when you're on the jet ski, like there's a big weight behind you, so if you stop accelerating, you will die.
First time I played, I kept dying, and I could not figure out why, because I didn't push forward. I was like, why can I not go fast enough?
Yeah, and that's time.
All right, GG.
Nice
Thank
work.
you. Yeah, that
That was
was...
a very, very solid run before Krauser. And then
Krauser.
Krauser just ruined everything like he always does.
And again.
Still a very good run, either way.
That's sub 10. That was better than our projections.
Solidly sub 10. All right.
All right, so time for shoutouts, right? Maybe Spider, you want to start before we say goodbye?
Shoutouts?
Yeah, to anyone you want. To yourself.
I would like to shout out Ares for a solid run and for inviting me to commentate. How about you, Shiny?
I was actually going to say the exact same thing, but you know, don't tempt me with a good time. I'm not proud. I'll shout myself out. Everyone go follow Shiny Pockets. No, but no. Very, very impressive run. Thank you for having me for not just this event, but the previous two runs as part of this event that you were part of. Thank you, Ares.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Shiny Pockets.
Hit
Thank
that
you
bell.
so much. Thank you so much, both of you guys, for being here and helping me commentating. And also, shoutouts to Spiral Out. Unfortunately, he's not streaming currently, but he has a very good YouTube channel where you can find all the strats that he invented on this game. You will be surprised because a lot of the strats that he invented are being used actually in speed runs and not damage runs. And he also have a very good guide of Resident Evil 4 not damage run, which I use, and I use a lot of his strats. Also, shoutouts to Shiny Pockets. He's a very good friend of mine, and he also makes no damage runs in not only Resident Evil. He helped me on these 3 days on this event, on all the runs I make. And also, thank you so much, Blasty, for inviting us and let us show this amazing game and this amazing run. Thank you so much for everyone that is watching. I'm seeing some familiar faces in the chat. Thank you so much for everyone.
Blasty, absolute chat.
Yeah, it was an honor to participate in this event. Blasty was very, very, very well event, and hopefully we can meet on a next event that Blasty makes, like the SCG number 2. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for watching. Blasty, you can take control over this.